Hello everybody, it's Larry and welcome to a special weekend edition video. Typically put out a video at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week, but whenever there's something new and exciting that's come out, we want to give you a video on it and show you how to use it. And there is something awesome, another feature. We had 5 that we talked about yesterday. Well, here's the 6th, and guess what? There's rumors of a 7th. And for those of you who don't have this yet, the actual release date, the official release date, is going to be July 1st, the day that they're removing DNA circles. That's when they're going to give us these other new features, and they're really nice. So we're going to go to the DNA results page, and we're going to click on Thrulines, okay? So you want to go to the Thrulines. That's where this latest feature is. And, you know, I've got a pretty well documented tree, so we're going to go a little further out to the 4th great-grandparent level. Now you notice right here, as before, it's got a solid box around it, and that means it's in my tree. And then this is the Thrulines hints, and they've got the dotted box around them. But you notice something else really sticks out, is that ancestry hint green. And yeah, that means that there are hints there for us to see. In this case, it's the evaluate. And the evaluate is where our DNA circles is now going to be. It's going to be right here at our fingertips. So here is, we clicked on the Hannah Brown Evaluate, and it says it's in 2 trees, one by TLC Hunt, Dennis Howerton. Before, it would say one of those names right here was the tree that Thrulines used to stitch it together. Now it doesn't have the name of whose tree it is. It tells you everybody's tree who has it. So if we click over here on Jesse, notice that it says that there are 7 other people who have this in their information. And you know, if we look at this one by Melanie, it says, okay, here's Jesse, the son was Albert, and here's Albert. We're going to click on Albert Brown. And you can see it's got, you know, some Quaker genealogy notes. You know, that's really good. The Quakers kept really good notes. So I'm going to look at Elizabeth. And look at this, you know, born 1872, but we have a 1900, 10, 20, 30, 40 census, some death certificates, some more Quaker notes, find a grave, Virginia death certificates, marriage. I would call this a pretty well documented tree. I mean, obviously, I'd want to look at it for each person that goes between them and me. But now here's the great thing, and this is why I can really say point blank that DNA Circles has been saved. It's just in a different format, and it's going to be easier to get to. So we're going to click on Melanie, and look right here. DNA relationship to you is not on the DNA match list or has not taken a test. This is one of the people who would be in the DNA circle who would be connected to that similar ancestor that I was, but they're not on the DNA match list. Before, Thrulines would show everybody that was a DNA match. And I mean, they do. They show the DNA matches. So if I scroll down, you know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 DNA matches through this shared 4th great grandfather. But with these hints, I can now look directly at their information, and they don't have to be related to me. The information that was used to stitch together these 4 people to connect them to a similar grandfather, just like in DNA circles, they are not necessarily DNA related to me. Out of these, several of them are not. And that is big, big news. So we have the DNA circles, all that information right at our fingertips with this new evaluate feature inside Thrulines. For those of you who don't have these features yet, the release date is supposed to be July 1st officially. When they remove DNA circles, they're going to give us this different version of DNA circles. So instead of it being a circle, it's really about the trees. The circle was a great concept because it had the person and everybody who had a tree related to that person. And now what they've done is they've taken every tree through every single node, because you can evaluate right here. You know, we did this on Frank Edward. You've got 1 DNA match to it, and you've got 8 other trees that show this information. You know, people who have built up to that part, even though up at Hannah, there was only 2 there. As you get further down, there were a lot more people who have trees that have that information, some of them with DNA. Here's 21. So when you have those DNA circles that had 21 people in them, that's what you're getting right here. So we have been able to get that DNA circle information, but now it's going to be in Thrulines at the touch of the button over on the right hand side, and you can evaluate any single person in this Throughline tree with the click of a button. And I think that's even better than what it was before. So Thrulines has really stepped up. I would call this the new and improved Thrulines with integrated DNA circles. And this should be available to everybody on July 1st. Now, there's one more feature that they're going to come out with, and I guess I may have to wait till July 1st because I don't have it out yet. But when I do, I'll make sure and get a video out for you. Pass this around to your friends. This is exciting news. It was exciting when Thrulines came out and what it could do for you. And I was a big proponent. We had a video on, Ancestry. Please don't lose DNA circles. Well, they have done, I guess, nothing short of a miracle here. They've integrated the DNA circles with the tree, and that's what we're working with, is we're working on our trees. This is great. This is really outstanding. Thrulines, I said it before, I think it was a wonderful tool in the toolkit. DNA circles was a different tool in the toolkit, and now they've combined them so it's actually in one toolbox. We don't have to go to the cabinet and get the saw or go over here and get the hammer and screwdriver. They put them all right there together, and I love that because it saves us time and effort, and anything that does that just makes us get to the information we want faster. I hope you enjoyed the video. Pass it around to your friends. They're going to want to see this too. This is brand spanking new. And if they don't see it today or you don't see it today, it should be available to you on July 1st. So if you don't have it today when you're checking your stuff, check it back in 3 days. We get July 1st. So check it more, then, and it should be out for you then. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great weekend, everybody.